In and Out with me, Professor Yalman, from the TEDU radio studios at TED University. This is to reach out to those who have questions and want desperate answers. Why me? Because I've seen it all. I've seen it all in different aspects. I have been up, down, I was fired, I was hired, I was poor, I was rich. I fell in love, I lost my love, I became a kite surfer, I became a writer, I became a poet, I became a musician. I never stopped trying. At the end of the day, I never stopped trying. I never lost my hope. There was always a pinnacle in my life where the answers to those questions came. And if those answers are not coming by themselves, here's your chance to ask us. Ask us and I will answer them. As I say, life can get even or you can get a 7. So a 7 you can get much easier, not just believing in luck, but being persistently pursuing your path, which is your authentic path. Ask the questions. In and Out with Professor Yalman every week on Thursday with you. Semih Yalman is answering the questions of students. Here we go. In and Out with Professor Yalman.
Nice to see you, Professor Yalman. My question is, how can I train myself to think more like a disruptor in my field?
That's a great question because nowadays it's not going to be the rich and famous who are sort of changing the world. It's going to be the dreamers, the disruptors, the imagineers, and those people are going to be actually finding the right amount of money, right amount of opportunities in life. So how can you do that? First of all, do the things that actually, push you outside of your comfort zone. You have this cushy comfort where, you wake up in the morning when, at 10 o'clock, a meal during lunch, give yourself space in terms of time to study your stuff. And then at night, you go out with your friends, whatever. This is like a comfort zone for you, let's say, okay? This is your routine. Break that routine. You have to break the routine. Wake up 5 a.m. in the morning. Do exercise. Don't eat that day, for example, until 7:30 p.m. Make sure that your body understands the differences, the changes that you're pushing itself to. Try to sort of not give in into your physical or mindset situation where you are sort of, coming with excuses saying, I was hungry, that's why I couldn't sort of think right. Or I had a lot on my plate. Try to do whatever is actually difficult for you, whatever is difficult for you. And if you push your limits, if you shock your mind, spirit, and body, if you change your schedule, if you come out of your comfort zone, then you'll see that certain changes are appearing dramatically and you're becoming actually a disruptor of your own self, where then that will lead you to actually initiation of new ideas, new habits, new ways of operating.
You are definitely right. So my following question, how do you see AI shaping creativity and entrepreneurship in the next decade?
Well, AI is not going to wait until the next decade. It's going to happen next year, I think, or the year after. So AI is very fast, going to get faster and faster. But I think the upside here is we can use AI as a great tool, but the benefit for us is going to be if you know how to sort of expand your imagination, if you know how to sort of put your emotions and experiences into work, if you know exactly your awareness skills and awareness levels. So if you know yourself and if you put your experiential part with your emotional side into the things that you do, AI will become only your assistant. But if you try to go the AI route and become a robotic person in terms of a mathematical mind, or just try to create various forms of logics for you, AI will disrupt the hell out of you. AI will surpass that. But the only thing AI cannot replicate will be the different experimental experiences that everybody goes through, because we are decoders as humans. We decode stuff which is already out there, and that decoding process is actually coming through alive via the various experiences that we go through. Leyla, let's have your question.
Hocam, you're given a very specific class, which is brand management, which inspired lots of us. My question is how a person can transfer to a brand. Is there a specific typos that you could give to youngsters?
Yes, of course. First of all, everybody should think of themselves as a brand, because that's the distinguishing factor. I always say a brand is like a vitamin C pill, where if once you take it, you rejuvenate, and people sort of understand through these pills, which are actually a way of sort of inheriting certain aspects of whatever proposals that person is all about. But again, as I say in the class various times, don't treat yourself other than the brands that you adore. Every brand you adore has an answer to a problem. Every brand you adore have emotional and functional benefits, therefore a value proposal. Every brand out there has a certain way of talk and feel to it, so it has its vocabulary, attributes, values. Every brand out there have their associations that sort of makes the brand more understandable. Every brand has a way of presenting itself, therefore a clean identity. It differentiates itself from the other people and other brands through a certain definitive positioning, and it has a story, it has a strategy, and at the same time it is linked into certain attributes via the logo, via touching based on senses, color, etc. But at the same time it has points of contact which are created as interaction points, where it is alive interactively with the audiences it's seeking after. So the frequency of touching that brand is controlled by the brand itself through these actually interaction points. And when you look at the whole system, it sort of starts spinnacle rolling, and all of a sudden you are actually within the branding process of itself. But the only handicap here is that you should not be looking at it as, this is a one-off like effort, or take this entire thing for granted. You shouldn't do that. You should invest time and energy into it, and believe in the fact that a brand can be established, yes, but it could be also destroyed very fast. So here your control mechanisms is going to be actually your value proposal and your identity and the way you differentiate yourself through your positioning. Well, today we ran out of time. We hope Thursday TED University and TED Radio to help us sort of achieve our objective of reaching out to the students who need actually answers to their questions. And again, be blunt. Ask any questions you want. In and Out with me, Professor Yalman, will be with you every Thursday.